Welcome back, guys. We are working on today. We are going to be working on doing some wainscoting in here today. We got to trim it out yet, but we're planning on doing wainscoting on this wall, coming around over here, and then dead ending. So we're just going to work on that today, see kind of how it comes out. Okay, so we're going to start out, we're going to bring it along here to cover up the back of the tile. We're going to jog it up, but we went ahead and marked our lines, our elevation lines. We went 49 inches, which is 1 inch off the floor, because we're using 4x8 sheets. And the reason that is we don't want our top trim to interrupt with these switches. Otherwise we would have lowered it probably 6 inches and it would have been right there. So we went ahead and marked up elevation. We're going to snap a line, and we are going to be using like a masonite material, really thin, like I think it's 3/16 inch material. We're going to put it on the wall because this has got like a drywall texture, and we want to get rid of that. So we're going to put the thinnest stuff we can on the wall to get that smooth finish, and then we can put our battens on it. If you have smooth drywall, you could just forego this, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we went ahead and marked out all our studs right above our mark, so we know exactly where to put our nailers in. We're going to bring these sheets. This is going to be a sheet and 2 foot. It's a little over 10 foot. But what we also wanted to do is we wanted to calculate our verticals here, because we want our seam to land where a batten's going to go. So ours are like 2 foot ones, 2 foot 1, 4 foot 1, 6 foot 1 on center. So we went ahead and made these marks, and we want one there, and so we just want to go ahead and we're going to get our sheets. We're going to go ahead and get them ready, test fit them, and then we're going to make sure our seam lands on where our batten is, so you don't have to fix it or hide it. And yeah, so we're going to go get our sheets cut, and we'll bring it in here, and we're going to start installing. Okay, so this is the material we're using. It's really smooth. I don't know, I think a lot of times people use it for the back of cabinets. I don't know what it's called. It's kind of like an MDF particle board, but it's 3/16. We're going to be using this, but when we nail it, it's not super solid. So we went ahead and we're going to go ahead and glue the back side too. And then we're going to come in and nail the studs with some small, we're going to use just some 18 gauge nails, like 1 1/4 inches, 1.5 inches. So it doesn't go too far. This is an exterior wall, so we're not worried too much about using longer ones like you would an interior wall. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and mount them and nail them on all the studs, and then we can work on the battens. A little bit. Oh, you got this, man. Oh. trying to put a lot of the nails down where the base is going to hide it, and then also where the top's going to hide it. Try to avoid putting too many in here. And this glue is actually doing a really good job. And hopefully it'll be less fixing, it'll be cleaner. So yeah, it's working out really good. We're just going to keep on going and rolling and getting all this stuff up. Okay. Okay, so we went ahead and got these pieces in. Don't worry about the gap, it'll get overlapped. We did it just to keep our 2 foot increments on the pieces. And actually, you don't want, I got ahead of myself saying getting to the battens. We're gonna do the battens after we're gonna do base first. We're using a 5.5-inch base. It's gonna come around all the way around the bottom. And then here, we'll actually have to trim the doors first. But we're gonna do base, 5.5, and then up here we're gonna do a 3 1/4, and then vertical 3 1/4. Now all this dimension is gonna be 1/2 inch, and that's because if you add the 1/2 inch to this 3/16, it should still come just shy of my 3/4 inch casing, and that's what we're kind of focusing on. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get this all based, and then we're gonna go ahead and put a top on, the same width as our verticals, and then we can move to the battens. Right, Kill?
Yep.
Right. Oh, doing it. Yeah. Okay, so these doors are not cased. So we put this on first, and then I wanted to overlap the casing over it. That way it helps pinch it and keeps it tighter. But because of that, there's an offset here. And if you take just a standard block, we're using these plinth blocks. See that gap there? Well, we don't want that, and we don't want that all the way up because it's gonna offset once we get here. So what I'm doing is, what I did is here, scribed it here, marked it here, and just took it on table saw and ripped this part out, kind of like this, and then watch. It'll nail nice and tight there, tight here. Looks really good. So I got to do that on all the casing. I got to get these done before I can do all the base. Yeah, I got them. Roll these. Okay, so we're laying out our battens. We're ready to roll on those. Cal's actually already working on it. We are just going a little over 10 foot, 10 foot two. So we just came off here on 10 foot ones on each center. 2 foot ones, 4 foot one, 6 foot one, 8 foot one, and so on. Forth in the center. Just taking these, gluing the back side, and simply putting it on the mark, and then just using to level across. So depending on what size your wall is, you might want to dictate your spacing. So that's what we did for there. And then like over here, we just did them on the corners. What's that?
Was this one on top or back?
That was on top. So anyways, now I'm working on here. had to notch this up as well. And then I got to 45 it and do a jog. Okay, so we got these battens on, the top up, bottom on, but so that's looking really good. But yet what we have to do is we're gonna go ahead and cap it with like a 1x2, this, 45 in the corner. But it comes a little wide, so we gotta go rip on the saw. So we're gonna do a full 1.5 inches. This is 1 3/4 inches. So it just sticks out 3/4 inch like this. So we're gonna go take these, rip them down, come back and cap it. And this is kind of what we're doing. We're doing a jog down here. We're gonna stair step it to kind of hide this tile backer. It's gonna look really nice. Okay, so we did a nice kind of like little jog right here. And then 45 is nice, looks really good. This cap really dresses it up. Slide here, 5, just dead end here. Came out really nice with the notch on the casing and the plunge blocks. Yeah, it just looks really good. Came out, so. Yeah, gotta get this cleaned up, but I think it came out pretty good. Hopefully this video can help you guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you wanna follow along, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them below. But yeah, get some caulk and paint, it's gonna look beautiful. Till next time guys, Josh out.